So they say when Trump unveiled his commission on the law enforcement and administration of justice in January, he announced he would be putting together a task force to be recommended for crime reform measures by the U.S. Department of Justice. So a brother by the name of Mark Dupree, he's a Democrat, district attorney out of Wyandotte County in Kansas, said that the commission remained on that course through its first few months. He said then it devolved into a political posturing and harmful status quo crime policies, with many members being shut out of discussions. So he said Dupree resigned from the commission in a letter to the Attorney General William Barr last week, saying it has been smothered by a political agenda. So they said on November 19th, it said the brother sent, Attorney General Barr saying that the commission seemed intent on exploiting the divisions that exist in the country. He said the DA also wrote that it would never shown the commission's final report and had no indications that recommendations would address racial inequities or systemic racism deep-seated in the criminal justice system. Well, William Barr said systemic racism don't exist in the criminal justice system. They believe it don't exist at all. So how could you really put out that kind of report? Now, I understand the brother was trying to say, look, I need to go do something for the people. I got to work with who's in power. Even though I may not agree with Trump, I'm going to go work with him anyway and see what I can do. And at the end of the day, Trump just screwed all that up. That's called it what it is. The political posturing came from Trump. So he said that his hope, was that bringing together a diversity of perspectives and holistic thinkers, the commission would develop, he said, a comprehensive set of recommendations. He said it will positively affect the relationship that our citizens have with law enforcement. He said in the criminal justice system at large, and unfortunately, that excitement and joy replaced disappointment and concern with a process that left too many important voices out and one that completely lacked transparency. Well, lack of transparency was Donald Trump's presidency. We know that. Now, this brother became the first black district attorney ever elected in the state of Kansas. That is crazy. All these years, and he is the first district attorney that's black that's being elected. This country, I'm telling you, man, when Donald Trump tried to come up here and say, we don't like critical race theory that says America is inherently racist. When you have the first black district attorney to be elected in the state of Kansas back in 2017 is when he took over. What does that say about the country? But you got millions upon millions of black people living everywhere. Okay. But you make the system rigged enough where it make it hard for black people to win any kind of election. Now they said that he was reelected, for his second term in August. And they said that, when he was nominated to join Trump's crime commission as one of the leading prosecutors in October 2019, he acknowledged that he doesn't support Trump administration policies, but he said he saw his opportunity to bring forward some reforms that he instituted, in his county. Okay. So what this brother did was create in 2018 the Conviction Integrity Unit. And he reviewed dozens of cases from inmates who claim they've been wrongfully convicted. So he said a unit, which was the first, in the state, had resulted in exonerations of 2 wrongfully convicted men who collectively spent more than 3 decades behind bars. Now, I say in June, Dupree's office began investigating complaints of excessive force by police officers in the wake of, George Floyd's death. So the brother got in, he's trying to, do what he can do to help out people being wrongly convicted. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, you're not supposed to be out here just trying to always lock somebody up or throw the key away and not investigate something that was done wrong. So he says that he believes in taking a holistic and evidence-based thinking when he, joined the commission. And he said, but that commission failed to reckon with the inequalities in the justice system. He said in his letter to William Barr, he said he works the report perpetuate the harms of the war on drugs, he said, which have been damaging, he said, effects to black people. He said the recommendations go against the non-traditional thinking, such as the Conviction Integrity Unit, because they have a thought process where no mistakes made concerning convictions in the past. So they talk about exonerations out of the 2,692 amounting 24,350 years served by men and women. And we know the majority of exonerations are black people. But they said that, Trump, basically this commission, this was a big mess. The idea was great, but it become a big mess. It becomes just politics. So he said, look, take my name off that final report. I don't want nothing to do with it. But I commend the brother. The brother, like I said, was doing what I would say you should do. You stand up and you try to do anything you can to fight for your people, for, whoever's in power. Do that. You may not like the guy, the lady that's in power, but you got to do what you got to do for the people. Okay. He tried, but Trump is not the guy I guess you can depend on like that. And well, we saw that with coronavirus, and that's really what got him. I always tell people that's what got him not elected. No matter what people say, it was coronavirus. It was nothing else, because the economy, crazy as Trump was, the economy was doing good, but coronavirus hurt the economy. It really did. And that's really what done him in. But, leave me a comment there to think about the situation with this brother. You think this brother should have, tried to do what he could to help out, at a national, federal level, going up there with Trump? Or you think he's just done like the Congressional Black Caucus and I won't even talk to Trump at all? Now, I know some people may see he shouldn't have talked to him, but, how I feel about that is, no matter who it is, we got to stand up for black people, period. And if they don't want to hear us, or they don't want to do us right, at least we can come back and talk about it. At least we can call them out. We can at least hear what they was talking about in the room, right? So we can come back and tell the people what's going on, what these people are doing. And like I said, this brother's trying to do all kind of reforms right in his county, in which that's what we would expect him to do.